Does an immigrant ever truly fit in? In short, no. What you're looking for is validation from the people of your new country that you are now one of them. You will never receive that validation from everyone, especially if you're a person of color, you don't speak the language fluently, and with the native accent of that country. But you can find a sense of home within yourself in this new place. Now, my immigrant experience in Canada is one of great privilege. I am a white American woman, and even so, there are still struggles. I was a recruited professional, so everything was made super easy for me when I came here to Canada. And yet, as an American, there is a question of if I can ever truly be Canadian. And the answer to that is no. I'm a native Texan. I think of myself as American first. And yet now I'm starting to feel foreign when I go to the United States because I have become much more Canadian than I realized I would become. My accent gives me away. My body language gives me away. My confusion with Canadian English gives me away. There are all of these things that mark me as American, and I found that that really makes me feel as if I can never be fully Canadian. One of the things that I found as a coach is that people who were very privileged in their previous lives have more trouble adjusting to the new culture in their new country than those who came from great trouble or came from less economic privilege. Because when you're coming from privilege, you know who you are and you have money and comfort. Somebody will recognize you by your name. Perhaps your family has been in the same area for thousands of years. Whereas for the rest of us, we don't have that sort of connection to a place that we maybe had to leave because of war or for whatever reason. So often people come in with an expected level of privilege and they're not going to find that as immigrants. As immigrants, they're expected to start over and do everything again. And that can be so very frustrating for people. And one of the things that I have found especially frustrating to witness among other immigrants I know is they're denied decent jobs because they don't have Canadian experience. Now, they may have run an international organization, but to the people hiring in Canada, that's not considered Canadian experience. So they really do have to step down several levels and either get recertified in some cases or start from a much lower level than what they had when they left their country. And that is just one of the costs of immigration. And I agree that it's a negative cost and things should not be that way. But right now, that is one of the costs of immigration. So once you're in a position of authority and power, you can change things for the better for those who follow. There is no reason to be so frustrated with things that you refuse to move forward because people aren't treating you with the respect you deserve. And you deserve that respect, but that is expecting other people to behave a particular way, trying to control their behavior. And the only thing you can control here is your reaction to the situation. You cannot control their behavior at all. So you can change things once you reach that point of authority, but you can't become an authority until you're willing to start lower and work your way up. And that is a shame, and I hope that it changes, but it will change because people who have been in this position have changed it. One question that I'm asked in conjunction with this often is, how much do you need to assimilate to be part of your new country? And I would say there's no need to assimilate. And also, there's no need to be grateful. It can be so frustrating sometimes when people expect you to perform your gratitude towards your new country, especially if you're a refugee. And the thing is, you probably are grateful because you're alive, and you might not be if you had stayed where you lived before. But having to perform it is quite exhausting. So you can still have gratitude towards the country without having to go through that performance all of the time. And don't feel that that's necessary at all. So when I say there's no need to assimilate, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't discover things that you like. Because this is the key. You will never truly fit in because that's about how other people view you. What you can change is how you view your situation. Instead, dig into what you like and appreciate about your new country. Focus on that. Do you like the opportunity it provides for your daughters? Do you like the safety that you have? How's the food? What about the educational opportunities for your children or the medicine available? What is it that you really like about your country? Do you like that it's relaxed? Do you like that it is multicultural? Do you like that it allows people to have their own beliefs and freedom of speech? Focus on those things. Focus on the reasons that you came here in the first place. There are a lot of people who immigrate and then decide that they're going to return back to where they come from. And in some cases, that's because they do not have the privilege in their new country and they feel like they're not getting ahead. But when you make the decision, or when you start to think, I should go back to my home country, think also about what you will lose in leaving your new country. Will you lose opportunities for your children and grandchildren? Will you lose safety? It's one thing to have a cleaner, but are you willing to give up safety in order to have a cleaner in your house on a regular basis? Think about the great losses and know that even if you were never accepted, and even if your children are slightly questionable, your grandchildren will be fully and completely part of the country.